Kick off your deep dive into all things Vietnam along the banks of the Red River. Take a rickshaw tour and weave your way through the seemingly endless hustle and bustle of Hanoi, Vietnam's vibrant capital for over 1,000 years. Rapid development has made its way here, and Hanoi is more than happy to look towards the future while it continues to shine as a hub for history and culture. The streets here are roaring with scooters. The corners sizzle with street food, but the walls carry the vestiges of the past, the French and Chinese occupation, and the aftermath of war. This is how Hanoi pulls you into its fold by bearing it all. As you begin to discover this incredible place, you'll come to learn how the East and West have shaped the city. You'll see some of this influence in the French architecture dotted throughout the city, or in the flavoursome cooking found in the region. If you want to see how Hanoi wakes up, then grab a traditional Vietnamese iced milk coffee at sunrise and lose yourself by wandering the streets. After experiencing a little of the city, you can really begin your adventure. Stop for a steaming hot bowl of pho, a broth-based noodle dish that's a breakfast staple. If you're in search of an authentic experience, do as the locals would and eat on the street. After such a delicious start to the day, you're ready for some must-have experiences. Whatever you decide to do, as long as you're out and about, it's hard to go wrong. You might want to visit the Temple of Literature from the 10th century, hunt for bargains at Thin Yen Flea Market, or spend your day among the devoted by exploring the city's pagodas. One way to soak in the city is by visiting Hanoi's Old Quarter. There you'll find 16 streets. Each one has been named after the goods being hawked on it. It's a wonderful way to get a glimpse of local life in action, and you'll find plenty of opportunities for people watching. Before dusk, make your way to Hon Kiem Lake just in time for a picture-perfect golden hour. The famous lake is a hotspot for locals and tourists alike. There's an island in the center of the water body where the Ngoc San Temple sits. It's ideal for filling up your Instagram feed with images that will give your family and friends some serious wanderlust. As the sun sets, make your way to the popular Hanoi night market to pick up souvenirs and some more delicious Vietnamese street fare. If there's time before you set sail for Halong Bay's limestone islands, try to catch a water puppet show. It's a revered ancient art where puppet masters share local myths and folklore. Vietnam's scenery packs a mighty punch, but even in a country with so many gorgeous landscapes, Halong Bay takes natural beauty to an entirely new level. You might feel as though you are drifting off into a different world. Seeing these soaring limestone pinnacles for the first time is something you won't soon forget. From the emerald green waters to islets topped with lush greenery, it's a sailing experience like no other. This unspoilt UNESCO World Heritage Site lies in the Gulf of Tonkin. Ha Long is the Vietnamese word for descending dragon. A local legend in these parts has it that such a majestic beast and her offspring came to the bay to protect the locals. The dragons would attack anything that might harm the Viet people by spurting everything from fire and emeralds to jade at the impending threat. It's said that over time these jewels transformed into the towering formations throughout the bay. To truly experience this enchanting destination, many visitors take a junk boat tour. This way, it's possible to have a very close encounter with the islets and surrounding waters. You can watch the sunset on Halong Bay's horizon, fall asleep under the stars, and stir only when the warm rising sun wakes you. This coastal haven offers many activities and plenty of respite for travelers. It's an excellent place for scuba diving, rock climbing and hiking. The Biosphere Reserve of Cat Ba National Park is a particular favorite among visitors to the country. Whether you're paddling around the grottos and caverns which have been shaped over decades, heading to a private island for some volleyball and relaxation, or living it up with the locals at a homestay, any amount of time spent here will be exceptional. It doesn't hurt that this is the best way to revitalize yourself